Hello, and welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to another live stream. And this is definitely a check-in and to get a sense of what's happening. Hello, and welcome one, welcome all. Welcome to another live stream. Hopefully, you're hearing me loud and clear there in the chat. All right, welcome one, welcome all. I know it has been rough for a lot of us, and we're here and we want to do, just some check ins and also to get a sense of what is happening so far in the context of, your friends and family members if you're overseas. And also, if you're there in Jamaica and you're able to connect with us this evening, we want to hear from you as well. So, again, welcome. We are happy to have you here. As you enter, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. And let us just continue to grow stronger together and also to have this space where we can share. All right, so we're here and we're just waiting for some more people to get on over here so that we can begin. But as you enter, just comment in the chat. Let me know that you're here. That would be good. All right, I'll be in the chat in a little bit and I'm just checking to see if I am getting audio on my side here so that we can be. All right, so yes, so we have the connection here and it is going well. So I'll just wait for you guys to just up on in so that we can have a conversation about all that is happening and just to share with you some updates. And if you have missed, any of these updates, we'll have them here to share with you. All right, so welcome. Let me know if you're here and you're in the chat and you're hearing me loud and clear. All right, so just come on in, guys, come on in. So lots have happened for sure, and it appears so far St. Elizabeth was definitely hit, all right, in the context of, what we have been seeing so far. St. James, all right, is also one of the parishes that has been significantly affected. And so we are seeing a lot coming out in the context of the devastating impact that this situation has had on a lot of persons. We're also getting, I guess I don't want to go there. So let's just leave that part out of the equation for now. Also, Westmoreland, all right, is another parish that we're getting updates, in the context of the extensive impact of Hurricane Melissa. All right, so that we're talking about too as well. Hanover, we're hearing about Trelawney. All right, so in the context of the damage, extensive damage was reported across sections of St. James, uh, Hanover, Westmoreland, all right, St. Anne, Trelawney, and St. Elizabeth. So these parishes are seen as the hardest hit parishes in the context of Hurricane Melissa. All right, so we want to welcome you as you come on in a little bit. I'll just pop the WhatsApp number in the chat as well so that you can give us a call. All right, so in the context of Hurricane Melissa and just in the context of the National Hurricane Center, all right, Melissa is producing damaging winds, flooding rains, and it's a dangerous storm surge in the Bahamas. So I am just going to quickly check on the last update there because we do have some community members here from the Bahamas as well. So we're going to check in on this last update here. And so, in the context of the summary of watches and warnings in effect, all right, a hurricane warning is in effect for southeastern and central Bahamas, Bermuda. A tropical storm warning is in effect for Turks and Caicos Islands. A hurricane warning means that hurricane conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area. Residents in the Bahamas should remain sheltered. In Bermuda, preparation should be underway and be completed before anticipated first occurrence of tropical storm force winds conditions that may make outside preparations difficult or dangerous. All right, so in that context, right, at 8 p.m. EDT, the center of Hurricane Melissa was located near latitude 23.5 north, longitude 74.8 west. Melissa is moving toward the north-northeast near 16 miles per hour or 26 kilometers per hour. All right, an accelerating northeastward motion is expected during the next few days. On the forecast track, the core of Melissa is expected to continue to move the southeastern or central Bahamas this evening and is forecast to pass near or to the west of Bermuda late Thursday and Thursday night or Thursday night, all right? Maximum sustained winds are near 90 miles per hour or 150 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Some re-strengthening is forecast tonight into tomorrow with weakening beginning thereafter. So I am just sending out, best wishes, all right, to all our community members there in the Bahamas, Tech Gaming. All right. I'm sending you lots of, prayers to Bahamas and just about everybody right now. We all need it. Marie, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you here. So we're also getting reports, and I see we're getting some reports over here on WhatsApp. Just give me a moment here to check. So we're getting that there is no electricity in Richmond, St. Mary, but the people they're okay, but no electricity. So thanks for sharing that, Winston. All right. And so yes, guys, we want to know what is happening in the context of where you are or where your family members are. I'm just going to show you a video in a little bit of, some of what we have seen or have been seeing so far. All right, but I'm just making sure that you have a sense of what's going on with Madame Melissa. All right. So we talked about the parishes in the context of the extensive damage and so more along the western side of the island. So now what I want to do, I want us to just go to this video. So I'm going to get that on screen for you. So just give me a moment, please.
You're going to get back water tomorrow. But we are in touch. Yeah, that's what we do. All right.
History.
What's up?
Everything, sir, everything.
So you see all these go on here now, you have to talk to them first.
All right, so what you have just seen was the Prime Minister there visiting sections of St. James. And so what the Prime Minister shared was that the residents there have suffered significant damage, including severe flooding. All right, and so just so that you have that understanding, I am also going to share some different videos. Mats Morgan, welcome. Let me just put the WhatsApp number in the chat here so that if you'd like to call in and share, you can definitely do that as well. All right, so let's now see. I'm just going to try my best here to get this other video going. All right, and I believe this is going to be for Saint Elizabeth and still from the Prime Minister's update. All right, and we'll definitely see what happens. So let's go to this one first, and then we'll see. All right, so let's see if we can get this one going on screen again. Welcome one, welcome all. Please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. And also let us know what is happening in your community. All right. All right, so we're seeing views there of St. Elizabeth, and as you can see now, the town of Black River, and it is well devastating to just look at this and all the damage there. It's very extensive, very, very extensive. And so this is an aerial view, all right, so of the Prime Minister here, I guess, looking at what's happening there in St. Elizabeth. All right, so as you can see there, lots of damage, lots of damage, and this is just from the top, and it looks this terrible. So, guys, it's going to take a lot for a lot of people to bounce back from this context, and one thing I can say, if that insurance that I believe the government has in the context, if it reaches to the point where they can utilize it, that was definitely a good strategy. All right. So, Nigel, big up yourself. All right. So, that was definitely something good. So, hopefully, we can, as a people bounce back and understand too that it's going to take a lot of time. Just look at that. Just look at that. And then what was brought to my attention is that we have some visitors in Jamaica who are complaining. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. But when we look at this, guys, whatever way you can help, because people are going to need help. Can the government do it alone? I don't think so. So, whatever you can help with, even if it means helping with cleanup, whatever you can help with, this is a time for us to be together. Let's see if we can go back to the audio here now.
I would say about 90% of that would be your estimate. Yeah. About 90% of after today's assessment.
New work. Yeah, these are brand new. These were put up in Berry. After Berry.
The poles are up.
Yeah. They come up with the pole, there's a bunch of poles.
And when we look here at the extent of the damage, the power lines that are down, like it's going to take a lot of work. As you can see there, it's going to take a lot. You know, this is not going to be done in a day. And I ask people to be patient, all right, and be careful in the context of the power lines. I suspect maybe JPS they would have disconnected what they need to ensure that there are no issues, safety concerns for residents. But just be careful, and if you're in these areas, or if you come across a down line, try to avoid as best as you can. But as you can see there, the damage is very extensive, quite extensive. So that's Floyd Green, along with the Prime Minister and the team there, getting a sense of, what has happened there. All right, so my word, and as you share there, Marie, my God, for sure, this is a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. So yeah, I am wondering if this is the police station. I'm not too sure. Oh, this is a hospital, Black River Hospital, and look at that, vehicles, um, a lot of damage there. So even that in the context of services, you can just imagine, um, how that is going to be impacted significantly as well. But we just need to work with each other and let's try to do our best to support each other as best as we can so that we can bounce back because this is definitely extensive. This is a lot. This is a lot. And if you are here and you can and you're from these areas, so Saint Elizabeth,
All of you
I'm
for your
hoping to
votes.
hear from some people
No,
in Saint Elizabeth. All right, we would
Very,
love to hear
very.
from you. So
Not
like the
very
mountainside area,
not
Knoxwood,
want to do it
at
again.
least we're getting some updates like from Black River. Let us know what's going on in these areas. We really want to know. But for sure, this has been rough. This has been tough. And as you can see, the videos, it's not looking good. It's going to take a lot of work for the country to bounce back. All right. Justin, welcome, welcome. And so it's not going to be easy, but as they say, and as we know, once there is life, there is hope. So let's just go back to the audio here.
We just can't hear anything from them. Exactly. I don't think none of us are competent enough to describe what happened. It is beyond imagining. We can't really imagine. At one point, you would think that you have some missiles just letting go in the glass. You just see things just going here, glass, boom. And in spite of everything, patients are there to take care of. Even after the storm, we have emergencies using lanterns and flashlights. But God has been good to us.
So what we're doing now is the initial assessment of the damage. We have with us the acting chief of defense staff and Brigadier Williams as well. And they are doing their assessment that will feed into ADPEM. Hopefully by tomorrow we will have cleared the routes in the Black River because they're all blocked now. There's no traffic that can come in vehicular from outside. As I'm seeing, some of your transmission towers are down, so telecommunications will be affected. Of course, almost all of your electrical grid is down. No, that's what we're trying to do now. We're doing an assessment to see where we need to put what equipment to move. I know it's rough. I know it's rough for me, but I have to hold it out now. All right? I have to just hold it out. By tomorrow, however, roads will be open. That's what we're working on. That is something that we could.
Yeah, I can talk to the road bus service once you can get in people definitely.
Yeah. So you're not from here. Where are you from? Oh, yeah, oh no, but definitely within the parish, yes, we can provide transportation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes, within the parish we can do that. All right.
Can run some routes. Can't remember the buses won't be.
So
All right, so Saint Elizabeth, that there's another video, and we will get to that in a little bit. Justin, please don't just take one, one hot. Have a piece of cheese too. All right. Yes, guys. So it has been, a lot, and as you perhaps would have noticed there, it appears that we still have people in shelters, obviously. The roads are not yet cleared, and so we're hoping that, by tomorrow at least, people can, because people are anxious to go back to see, what they have left and all of that. So we'll definitely keep you posted as to all that is happening as best as we can on this side. All right. Let me just see if we can go to the other video there that is available, and let's see. This one is shorter, so we should be able to get through this. So the prime minister there providing updates as they come along, I suspect, based on what they're doing. All right, so let's just try to see if we can get this one going.
I work at the hospital there. We've been on the road for last night. Yes, and so because the hospital mash up, we don't have nowhere. Yes, and see we are trying to get some tarpaulin to see if we can put up on the roof. And the rain coming again. It's terrible. We went through hell last night. I didn't know we would make it to this one, but I give God thanks. I swear I cry. And I can't get in touch with Shari, so I don't know. She can see this, Shara. Me and Omar and Ajaven is okay. We're not dead or anything. We're just trying to salvage what we can. We'll get in touch with you soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Wow, and that is very touching indeed, Um, it's hard. It's hard, and it's going to take a lot of time for us to really get back, And so whatever it is that you can do, please do. Even if it's just to help somebody clear, just clean up, whatever it is that you can do. All right. If it's even to share some food with somebody, just do it. Just know that at this point we have to keep being in this together. All right. We have to try to pick up the pieces together. All right. The spirit of community is definitely required for us to bounce back. All right. Government is going to do, but when I look at all of that, and remember, the focus is going to be on those parishes that have been hit the most, but then you still have other areas in the country, right? Where there is some damage, but that's where the focus is going to be. When we heard from the people there at Black River Hospital, how they felt as if it was just missiles being, you know, thrown on the hospital, and they were just there, and patients were there, and they had to use, lanterns and all these things. So, we will bounce back. It's going to take some time. All right. So we just have to be patient and just understand that, it's going to take some time. Right now, I guess, as you heard, that lady, she was just looking for tarpaulin. I guess, food is going to be bedding. For some people, they're going to need clothing, lots of things just to survive. We're not talking luxury, just to survive they're going to need these things. So, whatever it is that you can do, please do. We're going to see, we're not a big platform, And that's why we ask you guys, to just like, share, subscribe, whatever you can do to support us. We'll see what we can do in the context of all of this. It may not be like right now, but we'll see what happens within a month, because we'll just see what we can do for people, or not a lot, but if it is that you can just help just one person, it will still go a far way. And it may mean that that same person you're helping is also helping you. So you might have two pair of shoes when you're really aware you can give somebody one, and that person might be helping you to clean up your yard, whatever it is. But let us just find ways to help each other. Let us just find ways to move forward together, because this is definitely, definitely tough. Definitely tough. Definitely tough. Definitely tough. We're not a begging platform, so we really don't want to do that. But I will, and I guess Ovi, would perhaps say the same thing. So if from onward, if we get any like super chats or whatever it is, we'll put it to that cause, because it's a lot. And I think about kids in need, with needs, already. And Saint Elizabeth, like, it's tough there. I have family members in that parish that we're hoping to get some updates on, but we just hope that everything is okay. All right. So if you're able to help somebody, just help somebody. That's really what I can say at this point, because it's really tough. It's really devastating, and mentally too. Mentally, it's going to take a toll on a lot of people. Oh, Justin, you have, but okay, you better get one of them. It's going to take a toll, on a lot of people. So we want to ensure, that we are doing what we can to help each other. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do a call out in the WhatsApp. I'm just going to do a broadcast. And just to see, I know a lot of people, they're still without um electricity and connectivity, so that's okay. So that's why we still have WhatsApp going, and we still share in there, because that is also important. So if someone gets the opportunity to just get in to just check, they can see. And that's why too I ask you to also follow the channel on WhatsApp. It's free, guys, to follow, and we're not benefiting. All we're doing there is sharing information, all right? All right, so I am going to share. All right, Sean is saying my air is okay. Let me just ask where again. All right, so in Pembroke Hall, Kingston. All right, so that's good. That's what we're getting. All right, so Pembroke Hall in Kingston. All right, so that is good. All right, so thanks for sharing there. So yes, guys, let us know what is happening, and let us just continue to share, as best as we can, so that we are able to share this information. All right, and in the context of what is happening. I am also here checking for some more updates, all right, in the context of, what has happened so far. I know that there's going to be another briefing, if that's what you would like to call it, tomorrow morning from the government. So if we're able to bring that to you live, we will do that as well, a special press briefing in the context of the recovery. All right, so we'll see if we're able to do that. All right, for you guys, we'll be here as best as we can. We're trying to do the best that we can from this side as well. All right, so just understand that we're here. All right, and we are just getting ready. All right, so earlier there was some updates, and I'm going to go to this update from Desmond McKenzie, Minister of Local Government. All right, and we will see. And I am hoping too that the government, I don't know, because sometimes people abroad they would like to send things in, and the hustle. So I guess maybe even for the short term, 6 months to a year, or even 6 months, in the context of custom and duties, and you guys perhaps know better than I do in that context, just to free up some things, because sometimes somebody's coming and they don't have the time to go through the technicalities and the bureaucratic process to say, okay, we're bringing aid, we're doing that, we're doing, so it deters people from, helping. So whatever it is that they can do in that context, I feel like that perhaps would be something that they should consider. Do you agree, guys, in the chat? For people who are traveling, and I think they said they raised it from like $500 to 1,000 US dollars. But I mean, if people are bringing things in, and you're going to have some people abusing the process. But I mean, if they're taking it, just let them be, because you want to ensure that people are able to pack a extra this or a extra that to come and help. They're able to do that without all of this bureaucratic process, right? So hopefully that's something that they will consider going forward. All right, I don't know if I need to go and just do like a little video about that, but we'll see. All right, so let me just see if we can get to Mr. Desmond Mackenzie here. I'm just seeing how this would go. We can get it nice and big. Not as though we want it there, but it's big enough. So let me just try and share the screen here again. Welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, we're also taking updates. So let us know where you're tuned in and what has been happening in your area. All right, we also share this information over there on WhatsApp. So I'm going to do a little list when I'm done here to just share in the group based on the information that we have received. So let us know what's happening from your area. Even if you're not in Jamaica and you have received an update, let us know. It helps us in the context of sharing with each other so that people can get a sense of what is happening. All right, so let's try and go to this video here, and I'm just going to make the necessary adjustments. So this is from the Prime Minister's page. All right, so you perhaps will see that. So I'm going to try to get this going for you now. So let's go.
The island who was impacted severely. For those in the western part of the island who was impacted severely, just want to reach out and to say that we are all in your corners. and we are hoping for the best. The first question I want to respond to, I keep getting a lot of messages about fatalities. We are not in a position to speak about any deaths because we have not had any reports of any deaths so far. So we cannot presume that there are deaths. I'm hoping that there are no deaths to report on, but we are not in a position to make an official statement on deaths because we have not received any such information. The general overview is that the country continues to experience the Hurricane Melissa, and the weather experts have given you a full picture of what is presently taking place and what we must expect over the next couple of days. I want to speak a little about the situation in St. James, which was severely impacted yesterday. The Barnett River overflowed up to 16 feet of water, covered sections of Montego Bay, Westgate, Catherine Hall, Howard Cook Boulevard, the Freeport, Alice Elmire Drive, Barnett Street. Public infrastructure was severely impacted yesterday in the city of Montego Bay. The infirmary was damaged. The municipal corporation, 2 floors was flooded out. Jarrett Park, where the homeless population was housed, we had to remove them to a different location. The St. James High School was being used. There are problems there. We know what is happening at Sangster International Airport, and following the tour, as Minister Dixon said, there will be a full detail on the state of the Sangster International Airport. We have now been getting some level of communication between sections of Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, and St. Elizabeth. And most of the calls that we have gotten are distress calls. Persons trapped on roof. The JDF and the Jamaica Fire Brigade, up to last night, we were contemplating what sort of approach to take, especially to Catherine Hall. But based on the conditions that existed, the first respondents decided that they would move, and as I speak, they are presently moving, especially in the Catherine Hall area and those areas, to see what the conditions are and to take persons out who are in need of getting out. Already we know the situation with the Ministry of Health and the number of health facilities that has been badly affected. The Black River Hospital has been devastated, for want of a better word. Falmouth in Trelawney, Cornwall Regional, the Noel's Homes in Hanover, and as I said before, the Black River Hospital, Percy Jr. in Manchester, Lionel Town, and the St. Anne's Bay Hospital have all had some effects from the hurricane, and steps are being made. But you know, Jamaicans, in the middle of all of this, a baby was safely delivered under emergency conditions. So there is a Gilbert baby, a Melissa baby, and we want to commend the team who responded to that. And there were, as a matter of fact, we have information that 2 other additional deliveries occurred. One mother is resting comfortably while the other remained under observation in the Savlamar Hospital. So we are a great country, and despite our challenges, we rise to the occasion. Our road infrastructure, we have not had a full rollout yet of the damage, but I know there are a lot of block roads. The municipal corporations, the National Works Agency, already the National Works Agency was active last night in clearing access to the road leading to the Palisades Road and other main roads. So the public will see some general activities on our roadways, making the roads accessible so that persons can move about. Fallen trees. I'll be meeting in a short while with the Jamaica Fire Brigade and the Municipal Corporation, and the National Solid Waste Management Authority to map a strategy as to how to approach fallen trees. I want to urge the GAPS to move, especially within the corporate area and other areas where there are fallen lines. And I said it yesterday, and I want to repeat it again this morning. We are now in the process of beginning the cleanup exercise on our main roads. There are a lot of lines that are down, so we want persons to be very cautious in doing so. We have flooded roads. The NAA team is mobilizing to clear block roads and to assess damage. As conditions improve, some of the roadways that were affected are Dalvin, St. Thomas, Hampton Green in St. Catherine, Caledonia Road in Manchester, and other roads right across the country. So we are just being specific based on the information that is coming into us. And by now, all the municipal corporations that can access their various municipalities will be out doing what is necessary. The question of search and rescue, as I spoke about that is being undertaken in a meaningful way, and all the necessary things will be done to ensure that persons who need to get out is in a position to do so. Our shelters is seeing now more than 25,000 Jamaicans. And since last night, more persons have been going into the shelters. And especially in the parishes that have been badly affected, a lot of homes have been destroyed. So persons now are going to the shelters. We are going to be looking at a long-term basis as to how we are going to deal with the numbers. I want to say to all shelter managers, parish disaster coordinators, and to the municipal corporations, no one must be turned back from the shelters. No one. And we are not contemplating in closing any shelters now. Once we have done the assessment and to see which shelters can be closed, we will do so. But for the remainder of this week, no shelters must be closed. All shelters must remain open. We are now going to be moving, working now closely and based on the direction that has been given, to start now to position ourselves, to start to have relief supplies going out to the various areas once those areas can be reached. It is not going to be an easy road, Jamaica. We have seen the extent of the damage. It is going to take a lot of time. I know that person's patience is not going to last for much longer, because when you are in need, persons want us to break the rules. While we are prepared to do everything to accommodate speedy response, we also have to be mindful of the protocols that exist and the fact that we have to be accountable, and we don't want to be accused of doing anything that is not within what the law requires us to do. I am quite sure that persons have waked up this morning wondering what their future will be like. As I said yesterday, the government is here. We are committed. We have already started to put the necessary things in place, and within the next couple of hours leading in tomorrow, you will see a lot more, and by late this afternoon into tomorrow, a more comprehensive report on the status of the country and where we are will be provided. But I can also assure you that during the day, if it needs be, we will provide information as best as possible. Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Desmond Mackenzie there. All right, just sharing. And again, we will continue to keep you posted as to what is happening. But, perhaps if you have friends and family members, in the context of, the parishes there, the Western parishes, it may be challenging to hear from them. And so we're here and we will continue to keep you posted as to what is happening. So I am checking here for some updates. All right. And just to let you know before we go what is there. And again, you're going to find a lot of downed power lines. You need to avoid them. All right. Avoid them. And that's also the message from the JPS. All right. And they're asking you, all right, to avoid all the lines that are down. All right. And you should assume that these lines are live and dangerous. So perhaps they are not yet because the roads are not clear, so they're not yet able to do anything. So if you see a line down, avoid it. All right. And what the JPS is asking you to do is to assume that the line is live and dangerous. And they ask you to keep yourself, children, and pets at least 35 feet or 10 meters away. That's about the length of a bus. All right. Do not touch the line or anything. It might be touching like fences or trees, and you should report that to the JPS. All right. So JPS, they are definitely going to, and I know this government, based on what we have seen with Beryl, they are not afraid to call them out. So, all right, and they will continue, I guess JPS will continue to work. All right. So that's the situation here. Let me just do another quick check here to find out if there are any more updates that I can share with you. But we'll continue to keep you posted in the WhatsApp group, guys, as best as I can when I can. All right, so that you can get a sense of what is happening. And the communications and entertainment provider Flow Jamaica, they are sharing that mobile services remain stable for approximately 70% of its customer, all right, although intermittent disruptions persist in some areas due to power and other issues impacting the services in several parishes. All right. So that's an update. And the NCB, they're sharing that 8 of its branches will reopen tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the branches will be Duke Street, Halfway Tree, Constant Spring, New Kingston, Portmore, University, Maypen, and Old Harbor. All right. So just to let you know. All right, so that's the situation. Let me just take a look here. Okay, Marie saying, just heard from the person the same thing you're sharing. Okay, I guess you'll give me a little bit more context there, but thanks for sharing. All right, so yes, guys, that's pretty much what we have here. All right, so we'll continue to be in touch as best as we can. and we will continue to share updates as best as we can. All right, we ask that you continue to keep safe. All right, and it means, we may experience some rainfall, and just think about the people who do not have somewhere to stay. But rest assured, guys, if you need to go to a shelter, please go to a shelter just to remain safe and to be okay. All right, as you heard from the local government minister, the shelters should remain open and shelter managers should not be closing shelters now. So just ensure that you go, and maybe just going there to, you may be able to access something to eat, so just whatever it is right now. They're working to clear the roads so that at least the utilities they can get on in, and they can start to do some things to ensure that the recovery process begins. All right, again, it's not going to be easy, but we will bounce back. Unfortunately, we heard, I think it was a Gleaner update from the superintendent there in St. Elizabeth, that I believe about 3 persons have lost their lives. And so that is unfortunate. And we hope that we don't hear about anymore in that context. And we just ask again, avoid the power lines. Avoid the power lines. Do not have anything to do with it. And as for water, it's perhaps going to take a little bit of time for you guys to get that back. So again, it's going to be a process. All right. But we will bounce back because we have life. And when I hear the stories of how this system, this hurricane unfolded, and just the experience, it was devastating. It is devastating, and it will be devastating. All right. Just to think about all that you have to do and all that you have lost. But the greatest gift is life. And once we have life, you know, that's good. We'll just take your time to fix the broken pieces. We'll be able to put them back together again. All right, or even bounce back better. All right, so thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Marie, thanks. To all the other silent people in the chat there, Justin, Mats Morgan, thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. And we will see you in the next live. All right. So I'll see if in the morning that works out for the press briefing from the government, but we'll see how best we can, do that. But again, thank you so much. Bye for now and take care, everyone. Blessings and love. You're welcome, Mats Morgan. At least you ain't sleeping. You're so welcome. All right, guys, until next live. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Take care and blessings, blessings, blessings.